During World War II, constructing underground tunnels and bunkers was a challenging and dangerous task. Workers faced numerous threats, including the constant risk of airstrikes and suffocation from lack of proper ventilation. Despite these hardships, thousands of bunkers were constructed. Many of these remain hidden underground, especially in regions once controlled by the Axis powers. After the war, when Axis forces were defeated, soldiers either sealed the entrances to these bunkers or died inside them, leaving their locations shrouded in mystery. The lack of detailed maps or records means that to this day, no one knows the precise locations of many of these structures. Secret documentation. During Adolf Hitler's reign, his government maintained secret documents that recorded the locations and details of these bunkers and tunnels. However, these documents were either burned or hidden to prevent them from falling into enemy hands. Only those directly involved in constructing or using the bunkers had any knowledge of their whereabouts. This secrecy was further enhanced by the way the bunkers were camouflaged. They were often built into natural landscapes, making them indistinguishable from their surroundings. Even Allied reconnaissance aircraft couldn't detect them from above. Advanced ventilation systems. One of the unique features of these underground bunkers was their ventilation systems. These systems were designed to bring fresh air into the bunkers while safely removing carbon dioxide. This was essential for the survival of soldiers stationed inside for extended periods. Despite the technological advancements of the time, the workers building these systems faced immense challenges, and many lost their lives during the construction process. Hitler's famous bunkers. Adolf Hitler himself used several well-known bunkers during his time in power. One of these was the Eagle's Nest Kelstein House, located in Obersalzberg, Germany, built with concrete and granite. This structure was both bomb-proof and highly secure. It served as a location for secret meetings and relaxation. Another famous bunker associated with Hitler was the Führer bunker in Berlin. This was his final headquarters, where he spent his last days before his death on April 30th, 1945. Although no part of the Führer bunker is visible above ground today, it remains a dark and significant chapter in World War II history. The Wolf's Lair. Perhaps the most fortified of Hitler's bunkers was the Wolf's Lair, located in a dense forest in northern Germany. This bunker resembled a fortress more than a traditional bunker. Its roof was 7 meters thick, and a layer of gravel provided additional protection against air strikes. The walls were reinforced with thick steel doors, which even offered some protection against chemical attacks. Despite its immense security, the Wolf's Lair was designed to blend seamlessly into its forest surroundings. Soil and vegetation were placed on its roof to make it invisible from the air. The Atlantic Wall. One of the most extensive bunker systems built during World War II was the Atlantic Wall. This massive defensive structure stretched over 3,800 kilometers along the European coastline. Built between 1940 and 1944, it was designed to protect against Allied attacks from the sea. The wall included thousands of bunkers, ammunition depots, and artillery batteries. The construction of the Atlantic Wall was a monumental task, employing over 260,000 workers, many of whom were prisoners. Despite its strength, the Allied forces eventually breached this line of defense during the D-Day invasion on June 6, 1944. The Dieppe Raid. In 1942, the Allied forces conducted an operation known as the Dieppe Raid to test the strength of the Atlantic Wall. Canadian troops, supported by British forces, attempted to land on the coastline of Dieppe, France. However, the bunkers and defenses of the Atlantic Wall proved too strong. The raid was a failure, with heavy losses for the Allies. This defeat taught the Allies valuable lessons about the strength of German defenses and the need for better planning and coordination in future operations. Allied bunkers. The Allied forces also constructed their own network of underground bunkers and tunnels during the war. For example, the Churchill War Rooms in London served as the British Prime Minister's underground headquarters. These rooms were designed to withstand German air strikes and provided a secure location for planning military operations. Similarly, the Maginot Line in France was an extensive system of bunkers and tunnels built to protect against German invasions. However, the Maginot Line failed to stop the German advance during World War II. Japan's underground defenses. In the Pacific Theater, Japan built an extensive network of underground bunkers and tunnels. These structures were designed to resist Allied attacks and were often located on strategically important islands. One notable example is a tunnel system on Iwo Jima, which included hidden artillery positions, storage rooms, and living quarters. These tunnels allowed Japanese forces to launch surprise attacks and defend against overwhelming Allied firepower. Modern discoveries. Even decades after the war, new bunkers and tunnels are still being discovered. In 2018, an excavation team in Poland uncovered a hidden tunnel near the city of Lublin. The tunnel, buried beneath a forest, had been sealed off for decades. Inside, the team found mine carts, tracks, and old tools, suggesting that the tunnel had been used for storage during the war. This discovery provided a glimpse into the engineering marvels of the time and the harsh conditions faced by those who built these structures. The cost of bunker construction. The construction of bunkers and tunnels during World War II required massive resources. It is estimated that the total cost of these projects would amount to $500 billion to $1 trillion in today's value. The manpower, materials, and logistics involved in building these structures placed a significant strain on the economies of both the Axis and Allied powers. Despite these costs, bunkers played a crucial role in the war, serving as both defensive and offensive structures. Legacy of the bunkers. Today, many World War II bunkers remain as historical monuments. They stand as a testament to the engineering achievements and the human cost of the war. These structures remind us of a time when nations invested heavily in underground fortifications to protect against enemy attacks. While some bunkers have been preserved as museums, others remain hidden, waiting to be rediscovered. Conclusion. The bunkers and tunnels of World War II represent a fascinating chapter in military history. They were feats of engineering designed to withstand the most powerful weapons of the time. From the Atlantic Wall to the Wolf's Lair, these structures played a critical role in the strategies of both the Axis and Allied powers. Even today, they continue to capture the imagination of historians and enthusiasts alike. By studying these bunkers, we gain a deeper understanding of the challenges and sacrifices of those who lived through one of the most tumultuous periods in human history.